that's always going to be a student. I've been able to master a lot of aspects of the game, but I'm still getting better and I still want to continue to get better and that's not going to change. But what we're not going to do is pretend like those masters who came before me don't have a place in conversations that are about the best of the best, right? We're a small conglomerate, guys. We're not a big conglomerate. We only have like I said, there's only been 4,000 some odd players ever in the NBA. It's not a big group. It's not like you have a lot of NBA players walking around. So when somebody says something about Kobe, somebody says something about, Hakeem, or says something about Wilt Chamberlain, or says something about Iceman Gervin, it could be anybody, says something about um, you know, anybody that had something to do with the overall growth of this game. So let me give you to you something straight too, bro. Hold on, give me a second, Trav. So let me put something in perspective for you guys, because I really wanted to let you guys know, right? So everybody knows Oscar Robinson for what he did in terms of his appreciate the gifts, appreciate the gifts. First gift by Fletcher, appreciate the gift. Um, right? But I want to bring up somebody to you guys because I think you guys know what Oscar Robinson did, right? Right, in terms of the triple doubles. But this is what I know Oscar Robinson for, right? Oscar Robinson, as president of the NBA Players Association, played a pivotal role in establishing free agency in the NBA through a landmark antitrust lawsuit. His 1970 lawsuit against the NBA, seeking to block a merger with the ABA and end restrictive contract rules, ultimately led to the Oscar Robinson Rule in 1976. This settlement modified the reserve clause and allowed players to become free agents, giving them the power to negotiate with other teams after their contracts expired. Guys, if you guys heard that again, right? Oscar Robinson, as president of the NBA Players Association, which is a political organization. NBA Players Association is a political organization, union, right? This is back in the day. It's the union. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because us as players, we feel like it's necessary to protect each other to the nth degree. Now, everybody doesn't feel the same way I do, and I'm fine with that. But I'm saying I feel called to protect others' legacies, especially when they're being disrespected by people that have overextended themselves into conversations that they have no business being in. I'm not going to say any names, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that will never pick up a basketball, even in a celebrity game. I'm talking about people that will never get up and down the court and run with their grandkids. I'm talking about the people that are on the court and say that they love basketball, but then hate the players. Because when I look at it, the greatness of the player is not necessarily just based off of the legacy of the basketball playing career. It's things like this. Oscar Robinson, we wouldn't have free agency without Oscar Robinson, guys. Appreciate you. That's what I'm saying. Like, we toss around the greatness and the GOATs, but why isn't Oscar Robinson like literally like, you know what I'm saying? Think about this. Oscar Robinson is the main reason why we have free agency. Appreciate all the gifted. Thank you guys. Thank you guys all the gifted. Appreciate you. Think about that. Okay. Yo, chill. Okay, look. I understand where y'all coming from, right? And I want to let you know that all of the time that I've spent doing research on not just like my organization, what I'm part of, but also part of the revolution of people that are coming into this space that want to know how to be the best that they can be. And honestly, being the best that you can be starts with learning the history of who came before you, right? So I want to give you guys one more person, right? And he may not have played. Let's see. Uh right. Okay, so look, you just heard what I said about oh, appreciate you to whoever just said that. Yo, real talk. Thanks for wearing the aircuts, my wife, man. Shout out to yep. Oh, that shit Leo M. Okay, I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. Hey, yo, why are y'all spamming that in my chat though? Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all chill. All right, look. So when I look at this, right, I'm gonna give you guys another name. Let me show them. Can you go to my right screen real quick, Trav? I want to show them something real quick. Go to my right screen. So I want to introduce you guys to somebody else. Yep. You go to it. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead, transition it. Yep. All right. So I want to show you guys something else. All right. So this is Curtis Flood. All right. You guys may not know who it is. Some of you guys may know who it is. That's fine. Right. That's fine. They said I need mods. Hey, Trav, we need mods in the chat, bro. I don't know what's going on. Somebody. We need mods in the chat, bro. We're gonna need to do something. We're gonna need to put some mods in the chat because they saying we need mods here. All right. TikTok, I appreciate the patience. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. All right. So let me introduce you guys to Curtis Flood. All right. Curtis Flood's lawsuit against MLB was a landmark case that challenged the league's reserve clause, ultimately leading to the establishment of free agency. In 1970, after being traded from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Philadelphia Phillies against his wishes, Flood filed suit, arguing the reserve clause violated antitrust laws and his rights as a player. Although he lost the case before the Supreme Court, his legal battle paved the way for players to negotiate their own contracts and significantly altered the landscape of professional sports. Guys, it's not as simple as just becoming a professional in something. It's knowing the history of the profession in which you're going into. That's why I'm here, right? Not only was I earned the opportunity to be a number one draft pick, but I've also extended my career 10 plus years and beat the odds in the statistics that are always working against not only me, but some of my peers, where the older you get, sometimes your legacy and sometimes you can be forgotten. But if you're taking care of your body mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? All these things are possible for you to stay at this level. Basketball is an incredible sport, but it is very political. And the reason why it's political because things like this have happened that we don't talk about. We don't talk about this. We need to talk about this, right? Because there is no way that the younger generation should not know who these individuals are, right? So here's another thing, right? And this is why I wanted to right? So let's see. Okay. So let's think about this. 60 years ago. 60 years ago, right? Appreciate you. If you guys aren't TikTok, I'm sorry that you guys can't see my screen, but you guys can go tune in on Twitch or on X and you guys can watch it simultaneously. All right, I'm live on there. I appreciate all the gifted. Amal Jadal, appreciate you. Thank you. True Gifter, appreciate you. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Right. So Boston Celtics continue their dominance. Right. They're only showing this. They're only showing this. I don't want to dive deeper, but we're gonna dive deeper in AI mode. Cool. Right. Let's see. Let's see what was going on. All right. This is 1965, by the way. Let's look at some of these highlights because we be so gassed up about what people do today, right? And this is 60 years ago. This is 60 years. We can't do this. And definitely I want to pull up to the Nabby, so I appreciate you. Okay, guys. All my native and indigenous brothers and sisters. Okay, look. Boston Celtics defeated Los Angeles Lakers 4-1 to win their 7th consecutive NBA championship. They were on a 7 championship in a row run, right? They lost Elgin Baylor. Jerry West averaged over 40 points per game during their playoff run. Give me another name of a person that's averaged 40 points per game during the playoff run. Now, again, some people may argue with me and be like, yo, Kai, they were playing against plumbers. They were playing against electricians. They were playing against people that were part-time. At the end of the day, basketball is basketball. And if you let somebody score 40 on you, that's on you. That's not on how great Jerry West is, bro. Obviously, he is the logo. But I'm saying if you let somebody come in and give you 40, just saying. I'm just saying. If you let somebody come and give you 40, if you let Jerry West come and give you 40, that's on you. All right. Boston Celtics finished with a league best 62 wins. Wilt Chamberlain joined the Philadelphia 76ers mid-season. Willis Reed was a rookie. Bill Russell, the Boston Celtics, won his 5th and final MVP award. Yeah, rest in paradise to Jerry West for sure. Rest in paradise to Jerry West and all of our legends. Man, rest in paradise to Will Chamberlain. All of our legends. Rest in paradise to all of them, man. They are my ancestors. I would not be here without them. Right. Bill Russell, the Boston Celtics, won his 5th and final MVP award. How many other people have 5 MVP? Huh? Oh my gosh, bro. Chamberlain led the league in scoring, averaging 33 and a half points. He also became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, surpassing Bob Pettit. Will Chamberlain also won MVP award. Rick Barry, okay. Red Auerbach. Bill Russell was named head coach of the Celtics, becoming the first African-American coach in an American sports league. Guys, this was 60 years ago. My dad's not even 60 yet. Look, I wish I could show you guys for real. TikTok, thank you for all the love, man. Thank you for all the love, bro. Appreciate you. Dog, 60 years ago, y'all gotta understand, think about how special the game has always been, right? And what made sports political back then is like these athletes back then, Will Chamberlain was making a large sum of money for that time, but also he had responsibilities. Bill Russell had responsibilities, and we could go into detail about what they did, right? And other things like that. But what I want to get across to you guys is how did we miss over some of this information that does not get tossed into who is the greatest of all time, right? Or who are the greatest of all time, right? There may be rankings, don't get me wrong, but I rank guys also off of the character, right? The character is everything too. How did they carry themselves, right? So now let me go to 1975 NBA news, all right? Dive deeper again, 1975. Let me see. Led by the underdog Golden State Warriors, led by Rick Barry, swept. Okay, last season for Kareem, Jamal Wilkes of the Golden State Warriors. Let me see. A major trade saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar go from the Bucks to the Lakers in exchange for Junior Bridgman, Dave Myers, Elmore Smith, and Brian Winters. Changes to league rules included eliminating hand checking in certain areas to promote offense and a refined definition of the no charge zone under the basket. Guys, that's why I'm looking at this the way I am, right? Because it's important for you guys to realize that there have been people that have come before all of us, and I want the older generation to make sure that they have the love that